Yay.
We made it.
We did make it. Oh, they look professional.
Because our pre-lunch frontal lobes are developed. What is it called?
Pre-lunch frontal.
Yesterday, like, I was getting mad at myself in a dance class, and I was like, I just was really frustrated. And then I was like, Lexi, you haven't had the same training these people have. Doesn't mean that I'm a bad dancer. It just means that I had different training, and that's okay.
I've beaten myself up a lot growing up, looking at so many other dancers who like were so amazing. They were going to all these conventions, all these classes, they were traveling.
Yeah.
Even at my studio, my dance studio, like I was going to like a cheap AF studio, even though I really wanted to, and I think I would have really excelled like as a kid if I had done those things because I was really passionate. The resources I had access to were different. Someone who like grows up
here
in LA, it's just very different. Like the opportunity is different, and I have to give myself grace because I didn't have access to those resources.
Yeah. Imagine if you had that since you were a kid, like having that sort of training. I was like, no wonder they're insane dancers. They're already set up for success because they live in this area, because their parents can pay.
Like our own backgrounds, like our unique backgrounds, like wherever we're coming from, like do give us an advantage in the fact that we have a different perspective creatively, right? Like I know like I want to create things, like I know you want to create things, and like that also I think like you need perspective to do those things. It's like talent is like half of the battle. Perspective is a lot harder to like get after the fact.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I grew up with like all these experiences that give me a huge amount of perspective on my life.
Completely forgot we were filming.
I know, me too.
Like 5 seconds in. Like, damn, if I knew that like 2 years ago, like, and told that repeatedly, I feel like I would have gotten so much. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, I want to challenge you on that because like you're looking back in the past, I had those things, if I had those things. But the fact is that you didn't. You didn't have those things, and that's okay. You have other advantages, you have other experiences, and like maybe like you didn't have that background, but you have all these other experiences that you're bringing into your art, and that is an advantage in itself. And that doesn't also prevent you from growing in amazing ways now. Like there are people who have changed their lives around in their 50s. Not need to be on anyone else's timeline, and just because somebody else is like succeeding at 12 years old, they look like they're doing all the things. There's other ways in which they're not succeeding. There's other ways in which they haven't learned certain lessons or whatever. In my life, I've had a lot of like emotional, social growth that maybe other people like in the dance world haven't had yet, but they're very talented dancers. But I now am coming at art from a deep place that's like I can touch people in their darkest places because I know these things about myself. I know these things about the world. And while I could be really frustrated, be like, well, I could have been more focused if my life had been different, I now also have an advantage because those people haven't experienced what I've experienced. I get to learn the skill with this perspective. It's hard not to compare yourself to other people.
It's just, I know, like, it's also like I know that there's a way that I can make it if I just have the funds.
I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna fund you. I will fund you, girl. Your dog is so cute.
Thank you.
Hate how the media portrays growth because they show you the result of growth only. They don't show you, like they show you the before and the after, but they don't actually show you the actual process of growth. Growing pains hurt.
There's not just like an end result either. It's like you grow and then it gets better, but then you grow again. People would kill to be where I am right now, getting to take the classes that I'm taking. People dream and save up tons of money so they can come for 1 week to take classes at Millennium and ML. LA has very drastic people with very little income and people who have an insane amount of wealth. Processing a lot today, apparently.
Great for the content.
Hey, listen.
I think like the way you find abundance in your life though is actually just trusting that whatever your heart is saying to you is correct. And I've had like a lot of gut feelings in my life, and like I think like actually the majority of people don't follow those. A lot of people don't follow their gut and their like intuition and like what feels like
Because most of the time, though, it doesn't ever add up.
It
When
doesn't
you
make
actually,
sense.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense,
And the more
it doesn't
make sense, the more you're probably on the right track.
exactly. Like, sometimes you were like, did I even make the right decision? But heart just knows. Like, I swear, like, it just knows. And like, I had no reason to come out to LA. I was not excited about the idea to come out to LA. Something in my heart started telling me like, no, like I need to go to LA. I don't even understand why. I was never like fascinated by LA. I actually
I
was like,
thought,
I don't want anything to do with
same.
LA. Like, I heard
Literally
only bad things
same.
about LA.
and here we are.
Yeah. Since coming here, I have learned lessons, and those lessons turned me into the person I've always wanted to become. I feel like I'm still becoming her, obviously. I did not know like who I am today was possible, and LA has changed me. Yeah, it has changed me. Like, we were brought back together. Like, that is insane because I did not think we were gonna end up in the same city
No.
like this.
Yeah.
We literally both went to different countries.
And we're like, yeah, LA? Sure.
Yeah.
And we both have decently paying jobs. Crazy.
It's working out. It's not a cute angle. Yeah.
But I like the trail, though. I think it's funny.
Yeah. We're just on a trail.
Just on the side of the road.
I have to think about money. Like, I did not come here with like a bunch of money in my bank account. Looking at my finances the other day, I was like, I have not been paying on my student loans. Like, I'm not like saving the way I should be saving. Like, I have like friends like 30K in their bank account is normal. Me, I'm like,
I grew up and I didn't know people had extra money to put away.
Yeah, bro. Like, I learned about like high yield savings accounts. Like,
What's that? What's a high yield?
oh, bro, you gotta get on this. Interest on your money, so you get money just by having your money in your account. Yeah, you should get on that because that also like that's been changing my life. I've been saving the last year. I've gotten more frivolous with my spending since having this job because I feel like wealthy, but you actually do have like financial security. You need to be smarter because it's easier to spend and then just end up staying in the
same bracket.
Yeah, and I think wealth is like all good things is built over time. I think it's like very possible to like not make a lot of money but still build wealth. Because like literally, Lexi, the reason I could come out to LA was because that was all my own money. Like I literally like just worked and I saved. Like I didn't do jack trash in my life. Like I didn't go to restaurants or anything. Like,
I mean, that's why I lived in Santa Ana for like 6 months.
Bro, I don't even know how you did that because
Girl, I don't either.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I would break.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
But you did it.
I was delusional. Woman?
Yeah.
No,
that slaps. Life is hard, but also, I truly believe that like abundance is a mindset. I've been through some like hard shit in life. Where I am today is because I believed there was something out there like I could build a beautiful life for myself. You know? And I started like as a kid, I was like, I know I want to go to college. I know I want to go abroad. Like, I knew these things about myself, and I started working. And I was like, I knew like it was possible for me. I am privileged in a lot of ways, but like I was the unfortunate friend.
Same, yeah.
Like I still did the things. Like I just came out to LA and I just like figured it out. Like I think the world will supply us. Like we don't actually need to stress that deep. Like I had like a week before my sublet was out. And I had no place to live, and my car was totaled. So like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? I literally was just like, well, I'm just gonna leave it up to the universe. And literally, I met someone. She was like, yeah, you can move in next week. And she's also now one of my best friends. It's crazy.
That's what happened to me. And I was like going on the way to a coffee shop to sign the lease of an apartment I couldn't afford. And then someone texted me and was like, hey, I'm giving you so-and-so's number. And now I'm living with Tiffany.
I'm telling you, like, I really think the world will supply us. And like, sometimes, like, it's gonna be bumpy. Like, when I moved to LA, it was rough, okay? Like, I think about, like, where I started when I first moved here. My car got totaled. I was living in that share house that was, like, messed up. Like, and then I moved into this apartment. I was losing, like, all my money. I was, like, I got to a point where I was, like, actually scared. Even after I got my job at Starbucks, like, I wasn't making enough. The money was running out of my account. I was, like, making enough so that the hit wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
But, like, it was getting to a point where I was, like, oh, no, like, I need another job. Dancing at bar mitzvahs and stuff. And I literally was just, like, no, I want another job. And then, like, it just, like, the universe just gave it to me. I just really don't enjoy the experience of dating because it's so
It's
like
supposed to be fun, you know.
to me it's really superficial because I'm not just thinking like, oh, I want a relationship and so that's why I'm dating. If I connect with someone, that's awesome, but I'm not like actively looking to like force a connection. Like that's just like not what I want to do. And obviously there's effort behind it. I'm not saying there's no effort, but like
It's effortless.
yeah,
when
it's
you
like
are together, yeah.
effortless effort.
Uh-huh.
You know, a lot of dating is very forced because it feels like the person just kind of wants something. And I think a lot of people like in dating, they approach it from a place of like, oh, I want a relationship. That's so unhealthy. Like they just want to connect with people where they're at, like accept people for who they are. Those feelings develop, but they don't develop from like me forcing or projecting something onto this person because I want a relationship so bad. The same with friendship. Like you can't like force connection. Ruins a lot of relationships because like we project like I want this person to meet me here, but naturally as that person is, this is who they are and this is where they'll meet you. And so now you're trying to force them to like meet you here when that's just not how they're gonna meet you. They can't. That's not who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hard nowadays because all the people that I feel like I would be interested in are all probably very highly driven too.
Listen, I want to build a big life and I want to build like something fulfilling. I want to build something that lifts other people up, and I think like what I'm doing is it does take a lot of like emotional awareness and a lot of like pain and looking at myself and choosing to every single time take the uncomfortable route. Like I'm
So real.
I am doing the
Just always
uncomfortable thing.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, over and over and over and over again. And like I think there's people who genuinely like chase that and they value growth and they value that experience of growth. There's a lot of people who value like a superficial growth, but like
That's like showy.
yeah. And I think like real growth, it does show on the outside, but it's after like a lot of time because real growth, it takes time and consistency and like and probably the people that we connect really deeply with are the people who are also kind of doing that.
Who have done a lot of work too, you know?
Who've done a lot of work too. I believe though, like, if someone is meant to be in our life,
It will happen.
it will happen. And like, I also, Lexi, I've seen so many relationships. Like, I think we like have a timeline in our life about relationships too, because the media is like happy that I know myself. I'm gonna feel so like fulfilled in myself, and I'm gonna know myself so deeply, so that when I do have a partner who also knows themselves so deeply, who's also fulfilled, we can just be happy
Coexist.
together. Like, and we can build something really beautiful. And like, I'm gonna know what I need, I'm gonna know what I want, they're gonna know what they need and what they want. We're gonna be able to communicate those things. And dang, if we have a family, oh my god, like, we're gonna be able to
Wait, I love this.
do that. Yeah. Like, maybe like your dream, literally your dream person, it exists with a version of you that is like your dream version of you, right? And maybe you're not her yet.
Whoa.
Like, maybe you're both becoming the people that the other person is like meant for.
Yeah.
That's a thought that has comforted me a lot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pop it.
I really like that.
Yeah.
You're so
Wait,
wise.
you got it?
I
I was
love
like,
this
no,
idea.
I'm not gonna pop it.
And he surfed,
Mm.
and I thought that was so cool. And I was like, because no one surfs in Spain, okay? And I remember one time being like, oh my gosh, would you teach me how to surf? And he was like, yeah, I will, but he was like, actually, surfing is kind of like he was like, it's kind of like my time for me to recharge. So he's like, I would love to teach you, but I just need my space first, and then I can teach you, like, so maybe in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Boundaries.
And I was like, whoa.
Boundaries are hot. That's why I'm also like attracted to men most of the time, like who like are very clear to me that they're interested in me. I'm like kind of avoidant, but I've become like
It's okay, me too.
I think I'm secure now. Like genuinely.
Yeah.
Like I'm scared, like intentionally choosing to step forward even though I'm scared. Oh, good actually, yeah. Bye tomorrow.
We will. So,
Should we go to Hawaii right now?
by the way, what about the guy you're...
Oh.
No!
I'm gonna turn this off.